Greetings, this is Jeff Johnson, creator of EZThread for Unity. This simple script will vastly increase your ability to work with threads in Unity, get rid of headaches such as synchronization, locking, and main thread and background thread messaging, and make your life so much easier. So let's dive right in. EZThread does a number of things that make your life easier. The first is that it encapsulates threading. This is done with the begin thread function call. Whatever function you pass as the first parameter will be called over and over until the thread is ended. The second parameter, synchronize with update, tells Unity to either wait for the update function before running the background action again, or whether it can run that background action over and over as fast as possible. So let's take a look at what's going on with that. Here in Unity I have my demo scene, and the two circles are running in background threads with the scaling. Now you may be saying you can't use Unity functions on a background thread, and that's true, except that vector3 is background safe, so I am simply modifying a vector3 in those background threads. The circle on the left is not calling that function, the scale function, until the update function executes. The circle on the right is calling the scaling function over and over as fast as it can, essentially getting a random value. So let's take a look at what that looks like in code. So you can see I'm already calling the background thread here, setting each vector3 to the initial scale of the circles. Scale sync thread passes in the vector3 for the circle on the left. Scale non-sync thread passes the scale for the circle on the right. In the scaling function, I simply scale smaller if I've gone over 3 times x, scale bigger if I've gone less than 0.25, otherwise I simply continue the scaling in whatever direction it's going. And that's pretty much it. The syncing with the update thread is taken for you. It's all handled by the script. You don't have to worry about that. So let's take a look at one more thing in this demo scene, which is calculate random number with completion on main thread. When I click this number, I've put in a sleep statement to simulate a long running function, and then it'll simply print out the background number. This background number was generated on a background thread and messaged back to the main thread with the random number. Simple and easy. Let's show you how that works. When that button is called, this function here is called, which says EZThread.execute in background. This function is what executes in the background. This function is what is called back on the main thread. Let's take a look at this function. I create a system.random. Depending on whether I'm in Universal Windows or regular Unity, I sleep for 500 milliseconds, and then I simply return the random number using this object return value. This completion takes an object as a parameter, which is the random number returned right here. And then this is now on the main thread, so I simply set the text of the label to the random number. And that's pretty much it. It's very easy to message back to the main thread. You don't have to worry about locking or synchronization. And EZThread cleans up for you when your scene reloads or when your app quits. That's it for now. Please email support@digitalruby.com with questions and feedback, and make sure to check out the Readme.txt file when you get the asset, and I'm always available for help, so don't hesitate to email me if you have questions. Thank you so much for watching.